Then after the mid-October to early November, the wind direction changed, but it could be variable, day by day. The cold front from the China, they move in, and that makes the wind change to north or northeast. In local villages, they call that kite wind. It's winter, and the people use that wind to play the kite. So now we have the wind that's very strong, and the raptor receive the tailwind to fly really fast, or even just gliding, not flapping. So they don't care about the coast. They can spread the line of the flock in broad front. If they get the thermal, they don't have to travel along the coast, and in that day you may get way less number in the coastal side, but you can get more in the inland side, right, the radar hill. And the daily count fluctuated depend on the winds, So if we have the narrow land and you would like to establish the count size to get the more accurate number of the migratory raptors, I think you have to set up the several points of counting size, maybe 2 or 3 kilometers apart, and that method requires a lot of manpower and a lot of time and budget. So as of now, even I cannot do it. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. From the vouchers, it's 70 grams, and usually the weight of the satellite should be less than 2% of the body weight of that particular species. And the price the price of the body is about $3,000 US. Yes, and for the data retrieving, in overall, I spent 200,000 baht for one Sinulus voucher for 1 year. But I think that the smaller size satellite should be less expensive. That's the remind you that that's the 70 gram satellite for the voucher that I have been experienced. Well, you have to ask Dr. Bilstein if he would consider that. But I think that would be a possible way, to get the cooperation between Hope Mountain Sanctuary or any other organization who see the potential of the Chumpon Raptor Center. And I think it's not absolutely not possible. It's really possible if you see the potential of the center, and in near future you will, see and learn from the long-term data that several people have participated to produce that data and share to the public. Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. In Nong Plalai Bang Chak, vital to the Aquila eagles because the villager only produce just twice a year, and they let the straw, the dry, the dead rice stem dry about 1 to 3 months, and that's the killing field of the Aquila eagle. It provides a very good view of the rest and the bandicoot. That's why the Aquila stay there. If the habitat change to the super rice that the villager can grow 3 to 4 times a year, the rice field will be always wet, and eagles can see any prey on the ground. This is vital, and all of the eagle site I have survey in Thailand for in Nakhon Sawan, Chiang Rai, Prachinburi, all are ancient type growing of the rice, only twice growing in a year. Yeah. Well, look at the bright side. The local administration at Nong Plalai is very cooperative and really proud of the population of the Aquila in their backyard. So that's the good thing. And villages in that area are very rich. So I don't think they need, to put more work, to produce the rice. As long as they have the water irrigation, stable as in the past years. But I have seen this site, for more than 5 years, and it stay at the same. Luckily, but we don't know in the future. But we will try to urge the villager to stay like that. Yes. Well, that's require the major organization that regulated like the Bird Conservation Society of Thailand. So they have the big say. Well, not big, but they have the biggest, bird related conservation organization in the country. But we have the data, we have the locals, that on the side with us. So I don't think it would be the downside, in the short run, but in the long run, who knows? Yeah.
Any more questions? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
As I can remember, last winter I going to
Yes.
I have noticed of pie harder and maybe some of pie harder. Yeah. Oh, you have?
No, in Sukornakon. Yeah, at the Pupan. But I was not counting that myself from in the past. They have some field records, and based on the satellite tracking, at least the honey buzzard do migrate through the northeast provinces. And if you look in detail, the provinces comprise Nakhon Phanom, Sakonnakhon. But I think it depends on the geography of the area. It's not like the bottleneck like Khao Dinsor or Reda Hill. In one day you might get just 10 birds, and I don't think it's worth the effort, the budget, or the time, But because for now we know for sure that based on the satellite tracking, this is the major route of the raptor migration. But for the census of the other species who already winter in that particular area, that would be vital to follow the data and compare year by year, to see if the population get any change in downside or increased. Yeah. Not for the CCTV. That would be the method for the nesting, to collect the behavior data from the nesting species. Yeah. But for in the future, it would be the satellite tracking that would answer some of the questions we still don't know, particularly for the black bassa. And next year, I'm thinking of the trapping of the Aquila eagles at the Nong Plalai, and yeah, if we can catch some, as the pathologist myself, I would like to collect blood sample to do some health related to the human diseases or anything, and that would be easier to get funding.
Okay. Any more question? If there's some, well, if not, please give Dr. Chayan a big hand for his job.
Committee to make the report. Yes. Yeah. Well, let's submit it today, and I will send the student to ask for the impression of each participant. Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, so bear with me for a few more minutes. Your supper will end soon, but our staff has so many things to announce. First, there's an ARRCN Raptor field guide to Raptors of Asia. So, being sold outside of the room for special price, just only 400 baht. After this workshop, the price gonna go up to 500 baht. So, just go and grab some. The dinner will be okay. The place and the venue and time of dinner tonight. The dinner will be at 6:30 and 6:30 in this room. Not the same cafeteria. So please come to this room. There will be good food and some nice show of Thai traditional arts. And there's another announcement or advertisement. There's a flight from Don Mueang Airport in Bangkok to Chumphon. If anyone would like to travel back here again, either this year or next year, by Nok Air, it's pretty cheap, and the flight will be leaving Don Mueang daily in the morning, and there's a shuttle bus to the town, and the price is just only 150 baht per person. And the next announcement, please don't forget to return your evaluation form, otherwise you won't get any souvenir and receipt. Tomorrow, the schedule for tomorrow, we have breakfast at 6:30 in the morning and receive our lunch pack, and drinking water at 7. We will depart at 7. And if you want to bring your own extra drinking water, that is encouraged, because there's no convenience store up there and it's very hot. Okay, very hot up there. And the last thing to conclude our session for today is a group photo. So I would humbly ask everyone to kindly come forward to the stage, and we take a group photo together. Yes.